Hi guys, this week we are going to be looking at finding percentages of numbers, okay? But to do that first we need to know what a percentage is. Now a percentage is a little bit like a fraction and a decimal in being that it is part of a whole, okay? So 100%, because when we do percentages, 100 means the complete whole. 100% of that circle would be the full circle, okay? So 100% is the whole. Now 50% is half of 100, so 50% would mean we'd be half of the whole, okay? And 25% would be a quarter of the whole. But obviously there's more than just 150 and 25%. So we're going to look at how to find 100%, 50% and any other percent of lots of different numbers. Okay, so the most important percentage to be able to find of any number is 1%. Because once you've found 1%, you can find any percentage of that number. And I'll show you how. But first let's look at how to find 1%. So our three numbers here, 3,300 and 350. To find 1%, what we have to do is divide by 100. Because the whole is 100%. So if we want to find 1%, we divide these by 100. So if we divided that by 100, okay, 1% of 3,000, if we divide by 100, move the decimal place, 2 places along, will be 30. 30. So 30 equals 1%. If we move on to the 300, if we divided that by 100, okay, again, move our decimal place, 2 places to the left, that would mean 3 would equal 1%. And we've got 350 here, well that's a little bit harder, so easy. Move our decimal place 2 places to the left, and it means that 3.5 is 1%. Okay, so that's the easy way to find 1% of any number. We just divide it by 100. Once we have that, I'm going to show you how we find other percentages. So, as with maths, there are multiple ways that we can find other percentages once we have that 1%. It's whichever works best for you as always. So, first way I'm going to show you is by using multiplication. So, on this question, we've already found 1% of 3,000 is 30, but our question is asking us, what is 21% of 3,000? Now, if we know that 1% is 30, we can times that by 21, and we will get our answer. Okay, so 1 times 0 is 0, 1 times 3 is 3. Okay, move on to the second line, so put our 0 there, 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 3 is 6. Got a little recap on how to do multiplication. Just check out the video on my channel. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. So, 630 equals 21% of 3,000. Okay, so all we did there was multiply our 1% by how many percent we needed, and that will work with any numbers. Okay, so if you're confident with that, you can do that to find any percent of a number. Okay, so that's one way to find out a percentage of a number, but I'm going to show you another way and you can pick which way is best for you. Now, I know that 30 is 1% of my 3,000. So what I can do, I can find out these different percentages. I can find out 10%, and I'm just going to find them in the easiest order I find. 10% is going to be 300, because I know that 30 times 10 is 300. Okay? Then I can look at the 5%. I know that half of 300 is 150. So I've got my 5% there, okay? 50%, now that I've got 10%, I can do 5 times 300. Well, 5 times 3 is 15, and then I put my zeros on. So 1,500. Now I've got my 20 and 10, and 5, I can find out 25%, which is a helpful number. Because I can do 2 10s, which should be 300 plus 300, 600, plus my 5, 750. And then now I've got 25 and 50%, I can find 75, because I can plus those two together and get 2,250. Now I can use those to find other percentages as well. Okay, so if I want to find 21%, I know I've got 10, so I do 2 10s and a 1%. So 300 plus 300 is 600, plus 1 is 30. Same as what we had before. With 55%, I've got 50, so I know it's going to be 1,500 plus 5%, which is 150, which will get my answer to 1,000 650. So I've used those other ones to help me find what the question's asking. Again, it just depends which way is best for you. Okay, so there you go. How to find percentages of any number. The most important thing, finding 1%. So if you need to practice your division by 100, that will definitely help you out. Now, if you found this helpful, please give it a like. If you've got any questions, you obviously can put them in the comments. And if you know anyone else that this could help out, please give it a share as well. Until next time, see you later.